Welcome to Spotlight Sessions, where we shine
What's
a light
your
on
story?
incredible. What does accessibility mean to you?
What's your mission? Welcome all to accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions, where we shine a light on incredible individuals and organizations and the work that they do. I'm your host, Josh Basil. I'm a C4-5 quadriplegic, paralyzed below my shoulders, and a power wheelchair user. I'm the Community Relations Manager at accessiBe and a passionate disability rights advocate and trial attorney focused on breaking down barriers to access and inclusion for people with disabilities. Today on accessiBe Spotlight Sessions, we're joined by Tinamarie Hernandez, the Executive Director of Diveheart. Welcome, Tinamarie.
Hello. So nice to see you, Josh. Thank you for having me.
You as well. I love being with you, and I can't wait for everybody to learn about Diveheart and about you. So let's dive right into it. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I've been with Diveheart for the past 12 years. I've been the executive director since 2014, and I love what I do. I have also been a consultant at Accenture for the past 26 years, but I am about to embark on a new chapter. I am leaving Accenture in December, and I am going full-time with Diveheart. In the new
Yay.
year.
That's so awesome. And tell us what motivated you to become a part of Diveheart, and tell us all about Diveheart.
Sure. So Diveheart's a 501c3 nonprofit. We serve people with disabilities, cognitive, physical. Actually, we like to say we serve people of all abilities because we are very inclusive. You don't have to have a certain type of disability. You don't have to be anybody other than someone that wants to participate most of the time and have a doctor's okay to participate in our programs. I met Jim Elliott, who's our founder and president, back in 2012 or 2011. I'm sorry, 2011. And it was at a time in my life where I wasn't quite sure what skill sets I had. I had been working for this consulting firm for a long time. I had the good luck of not being laid off and not having to search for other jobs, since I had started with them right out of grad school. So I was kind of thinking, what if I lose my job? Would anyone want me? What do I have to offer? So I was at this moment of just kind of questioning. And when I met Jim and Diveheart, they were looking for volunteers, as we always are. And I thought, well, let me see what I can do to help them out. And so I started out in the office, and I realized that the business acumen I had learned through my consulting work really came in handy, and it really helped them out and helped bring them to a new level. And I'm the type of person who always wants to be learning, always wants to try something new. And Diveheart gave me that. Everything I do, I felt like I was learning for the first time, right? So it was quite um, it was quite a thing for me to and learn about Diveheart and help them out, as well as helping me find who I was.
And can you tell us more about adaptive diving? What is that for someone that has no idea?
Right. So scuba diving is what we're talking about. And everyone, what I've been learning over the past 12 years is everyone is adapting, right? You might have to tweak this, tweak that, but the people that we work with a lot of times need a little bit more demonstrative adjustments, or they need more assistance. Maybe it's to get in and out of the water. Maybe it's to actually move through the water once you're under it, right? So we assist people with experiencing diving, and it changes lives. It gives people, from what they tell me, a sense of freedom, a sense of independence. People find that, a lot of people are afraid of the water, or they're afraid to go scuba diving. They're like, "What is a shark going to eat me? Are the barracuda going to attack?" Um, and what they find is they find this, new sense of accomplishment, and they find out how brave they are, and they feel like, if I can do this, I can do a lot other things in my life that maybe I had put aside and said that wasn't for me. So it really opens doors in a unique way, I feel.
And tell us about kind of the local operations and kind of are they scattered across the country? And do you do any crazy ones in like tropical locations? Tell us about
Yes,
that.
yes, and yes. So we are actually an international organization. We have teams that assist people here in the States. So we have people in Oklahoma, we have people in LA and in the Keys and in Chicago and in Atlanta. And then we also have teams that are in Malaysia and in Borneo and in the UK. And so what we're doing is we are trying to um, promote and see that more programs like this are happening all over the world. There are more than enough people in the world that would like to have the program in their area, as well as people who want to assist. So it's not through lack of bodies, it's just through us being able to reach them and teach them and open their worlds.
And is Diveheart open to all abilities, or like tell us why is it so important that all abilities can participate?
I think that Jim says this a lot. He says disabilities don't discriminate, so neither do we. And that's very true. Um, we accept all shapes, sizes, colors, creeds. And all we ask is that people put their egos to the side a lot of times and just help. And I think that I've met divers who are like old curmudgeons who said, I've done it all, I've been everywhere, I don't know what else diving could have, offer me. And then they meet some of our divers that are new that might need some assistance in the water. And diving opens up all over for them. And now they're so excited again, not because they're going to see something new, but they get to show somebody else something new. They get to bring somebody else in, first of all, who might not have ever even imagined being able to dive, right? They're like, have you seen me? Do you see that I'm using a wheelchair? Or do you see that I'm blind? Or I can't hear. Or they might have a lot of anxiety. And it's about helping these people get with the right group, matching them up with the team that's going to best work with them, that can keep them safe. Safety is a huge thing with us, but then they get to participate in something and meet people. I've had volunteers who've said, I never had a friend who had a disability before, or I didn't think that we would have stuff in common. Well, guess what, you do have stuff in common, and it's just opening yourself to meeting those people and making them a part of your life, because it makes you that much richer as well. I was just telling Jim yesterday, we were talking about volunteers. We had met some ladies online. We did a presentation yesterday to a group out in California, and they were all visually impaired. Most were 100% blind. And there was one lady they were also all veterans. And so there was one who was an ex Navy diver, and she isn't allowed to dive anymore. Her doctor's like, it's just not safe for you. And so she thought, well, I'm never going to have this again. But she wanted her friends to learn about Diveheart. And while we were talking with them and discussing about what we do, it came to her. She goes, I never thought I could volunteer. I can volunteer. I can help people know about this and learn about it. And I could sit on the side of the pool and help them get their gear together. It changed her just in that moment of realization that she could participate in that way. It wasn't that she had to give up the whole idea of being part of scuba diving for the rest of her life. So that's what we did.
Well, and that's the beautiful part of I feel of Diveheart is being not only to change the lives of the adaptive divers, but the volunteers and being able to be a part of it. It takes a team to go down there safely and to have those experiences and those memories, and it's just they're lifelong. And I'd love for you to share a memorable moment of an adaptive diver, like and how that adaptive diver had a lasting impact on you.
Oh, there's so many. Um, for me, because of the way I started at Diveheart, I was not a diver. I had to learn myself, right? So in my early days, I spent a lot of time at the poolside with the families and with the loved ones. And so I wasn't necessarily in the pool with the divers themselves, but I remember a family telling me that their son, who was on the autism spectrum, He didn't dive every week, but they said he knows. He'll tell us, I need to get back in the water. I just need to go reset myself. And that's what diving did for him. Even not, he didn't have to go out into the ocean. He just needed to get in the pool. And knowing that and having it help him so much. I've had so many people tell me, it helps with their concentration. It helps make them feel better. One diver told me, I love these programs because there's someone who's expecting me. They feel a part of something, and that really is what we're after. We want you to feel, loved, appreciated. We want people to know that they have purpose. Another diver that's really moved me is a young woman who, when she came to us, she was still in her angry mode. She had been injured and became because of the injury, she's now a quadriplegic, and she was still angry. She's like, I got hurt in the water. Why would I want to do this? And we're like, well, you're here to try, so let's see if you like it. And she did. And to see the arc of her journey, having been so young, and she's still very young now, but it's a number of years later, and she's embraced who she is and has come to accept who she is. And now it's not just about, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. I mean, she's going to law school. She takes her LSAT.
And where can someone that's maybe a family member or friend that's watching this that wants to send this or let somebody sign up, or first time diver that wants to sign up, where can they go?
So diveheart.org is our website. If you're not sure, if you have trepidation, if you're like, I don't know, she's talking to Josh, but there's all these other people that, I don't know if this is for me. Here's what I tell you to do. Go to our YouTube page and we have so many videos out there, but what we've done most recently is we've been working with a videographer who did our documentary, and he has done profiles, and he's done profiles on divers that I promise you will inspire you, will show you that it can be done, and will hopefully give you that oomph to say, okay, I'll reach out and see when I can work with Diveheart, or who Diveheart can help me pal up with that can give me this experience.
And when you hear the word accessibility, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Accessibility, I think for me, it's about being able to get where you want to get and do what you want to do, just like everybody else. Not in the same manner necessarily, but having the ability to do it. Because we're all doing it differently, right? But it's about having things that someone like myself has the same accessibility to you, being able to access that video, that experience, that building, all of those things.
And if everybody could do a little bit more to make the world more inclusive, what would that be?
I think in being inclusive, I think it's as easy as a smile in the right direction to a person. Letting people know that you see them, and that I feel I've met so many people that are afraid, really. They see someone in a wheelchair and they're like, oh, I don't know if I should talk with them, or go around them, or whatever. Or someone who has another obvious issue, that they're a challenge, really, that they're living with. Don't be so afraid. Smile and see if there's anything that you can do. I think smiles go a long way.
Smiles do go a long way. And having a welcoming heart. I love that dive heart is and heart is in with dive, because that love, it goes a long way to
It does.
changing people's minds, experiences, and there can always be more smiles and love in this world.
Never enough. I mean, we're never going to OD on a good heart and a good acceptance of other
And
people.
if you have to go out, that's a good way to go with a
Right.
lot of love.
Exactly.
But Tinamarie, thank you so much today for being our guest on accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions. Really enjoyed your story and your perspectives.
Yeah, thank you. And please, everyone, you are welcome to come and be part of the Diveheart family.
I love it. I love it. And to all of our guests and Viewers, thank you so much for staying to the end of accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow us at accessiB_community. And as always, thank you so much for being on this journey with us. Till next time, take care, everyone. Bye, Tinamarie.
Bye bye.